Come close, my dear. Let your shoulders drop just a little. Let your face soften. You do not have to be strong in this moment. You do not have to figure everything out right now. You only have to be here with me and with your own sweet heart. I know you may have clicked on this because something in you is tired. Tired of old habits, tired of old stories, tired of being the old you again and again, even when you promised yourself you would change. And maybe you feel a little sad about it, or angry, or ashamed, or you feel nothing at all because feeling has been too much for too long. So I want to start by saying this gently and clearly. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are not wrong. You are a living, growing person, and it is safe to begin again. Take one slow breath in and let it out like a soft sigh. Some days you are not even upset about one single thing. You are simply carrying too much. You carry old words people said to you. You carry choices you wish you could change. You carry the need to please, the need to be perfect, the fear of being judged, the fear of being left. You carry the idea that you must always stay the same because change feels scary. And when you carry all of that, you can start to feel like you are stuck inside an old version of yourself, like you are wearing clothes that do not fit anymore, but you keep wearing them because you do not know what else to put on. My love, I want you to know something. The old you is not your enemy. The old you is not here to ruin your life. The old you was built out of survival, out of learning, out of trying to stay safe. So let's be kind as we look back. There was a time when you learned to hold your feelings in. There was a time when you learned to smile even when you wanted to cry. There was a time when you learned to say, "I'm fine," because you did not think anyone could handle your Maybe you learned to work too hard to feel worthy. Maybe you learned to be small so you would not be noticed. Or maybe you learned to be loud because nobody listened unless you shouted. All of that was a kind of courage. It was the best you could do with what you knew then. If you could, I want you to whisper to yourself very softly, "Thank you for trying to protect me." You might feel silly saying it. That is okay. You might not feel it yet. That is okay too. We are not forcing anything. We are just opening a gentle door. Now, my dear, let's talk about the labels that still stick to your skin. Sometimes we carry an old name inside our mind, not our real name, but a painful one. Too much, not enough, lazy, difficult, broken, unlovable, a mess, a failure. These names can sit in the mind like little stones in a pocket. At first you hardly notice them. Then one day you realize your pockets are heavy, and you do not even remember when you started carrying those stones. If you have one of those names you call yourself, just notice it. You do not have to fight it. You do not have to push it away. Just notice it like you notice a cloud in the sky. And I want you to ask very gently, who gave me this label? When did I start believing it? You might remember a moment, a teacher, a parent, a partner, a friend, a stranger. Or maybe it was not one person. Maybe it was many small moments that made one big belief. My love, I want you to hear this clearly. A label is not your truth. It is only a story that got repeated, and stories can change. Right now, place a hand over your heart. If that feels okay, press your hand there like you are holding a warm cup of tea. If it does not feel okay, you can place your hand on your belly or simply let your hands rest where they are. Your body gets to choose. Now take a slow breath in through your nose. Let your chest rise and breathe out through your mouth as if you are blowing out a candle very softly. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Now, as you breathe, say inside your mind, I am here. And on the next breath, I am safe in this moment. You may not fully believe it yet. That is fine. We are practicing. We are teaching the body something new, little by little. Because under change, there is often a hidden fear. Sometimes the fear sounds like, if I let go of who I was, who will I be? Sometimes it sounds like, if I change, people might not like me. Sometimes it sounds like, if I become happy, something bad will happen. Sometimes it sounds like, if I stop struggling, I will lose my reason to rest. Or, if I stop being needed, I will be forgotten. These fears can be quiet, like little whispers, but they can hold a whole life in place. So let's not blame you for being scared. Let's not shame you for holding on. Holding on was a way to feel safe. Even if it hurts, it is familiar. And the mind often chooses familiar over free because familiar feels safer. So we will build safety first. Say softly, it is safe for me to change at my own pace. Say, I do not have to rush. Say, I can take one small step. Now, my love, I want to tell you something very important. Letting go does not mean you erase the past. Letting go means you stop letting the past drive your life. You can honor what happened without living inside it. You can learn from what happened without punishing yourself forever. You can remember without reopening the wound every day. Letting go is not throwing your story away. It is taking your story out of the driver's seat and placing it gently in the back seat. You can still bring it with you, but it does not control where you are going. I want you to imagine something simple. Imagine you are holding a rope. The rope is tied to an old version of you. Maybe it is tied to an old mistake, or an old heartbreak, or an old fear. And you have been pulling this rope for a long time. You pull and pull, hoping the past will change, hoping you can fix it, hoping you can prove something, hoping you can finally be good enough. Now notice how your hand feels when you pull. Notice the tightness, the tiredness, the strain. And now imagine you do not have to pull so hard anymore. Imagine you can loosen your grip even a little. You do not have to drop the rope all at once. You can simply relax your fingers. And as you relax your fingers, you say, I release what I cannot change. You say, I keep the lesson, and I let go of the pain. You say, I am allowed to move forward. Take a breath. Let your shoulders soften again. Now I want to guide you to a very tender place, the place inside you that still remembers being small. Close your eyes if you want to. If you do not want to close them, you can soften your gaze. Imagine you are walking down a quiet path. The air is gentle, the light is calm, and you come to a small door. Behind this door is your younger self, not to scare you, not to overwhelm you, just to meet you. When you open the door, you see a younger you. Maybe they are 5 years old, maybe 10, maybe 14. The age does not have to be exact. Just notice what you see. Look at their face, their eyes, their posture. Are they tense? Are they trying to be brave? Are they lonely? Are they angry? Are they confused? Now, my dear, do not judge what you see. Simply be present. Imagine you kneel down so you are at their level. You are not towering over them. You are not scolding them. You are meeting them with love. And you say, very gently, I see you. You say, I am here now. You say, you do not have to do this alone anymore. If it feels right, imagine you open your arms. And if your younger self wants to, they step into your arms. If they do not want to, that is okay too. You can sit near them. You can give them space. Love does not force. Love offers. Now tell them something they needed to hear back then. You might say, you are not too much. You might say, you are enough. You might say, you did not deserve what happened. You might say, your feelings make sense. You might say, I will protect you now. Take a slow breath. Feel the softness in your chest, even if it is only a tiny bit. This is part of letting go, because many times who you were was a child who did not feel safe, a child who did not feel chosen, a child who did not feel seen. So they built a mask, a shield, a way to survive. And now you are older. Now you can offer what they did not get. Now, my love, I want to share a simple story with you. Imagine you are holding sand in your hand. The sand is soft, fine, beautiful, and you love it so much that you squeeze your fist tight because you do not want to lose it. But when you squeeze, the sand starts to slip through your fingers. The harder you squeeze, the more it falls. So you try even harder. You squeeze tighter. You get tired. You get frustrated. And still the sand slips away. Now imagine you open your hand. Your palm is open, relaxed. The sand can rest there. You can still hold it, but you are not hurting it. You are not hurting yourself. This is what letting go can be like. When you cling to who you were, you squeeze tight. You punish yourself. You replay the past. You try to control everything so you will not get hurt again. But when you open your hand, you can still honor your story. And you can also let life move. You can let yourself grow. So say softly, I open my hand. Say, I open my heart. Say, I open to a new way. Now, let's talk about the voice inside your mind. Many people have a voice that is not kind. It might sound like a strict parent, or a bully from school, or a cold teacher, or a hard world that never feels satisfied. This voice might say, you should be better by now. It might say, you always mess it up. It might say, don't even try. It might say, you will fail anyway. My love, I want you to know that voice is not the real you. It is a learned voice. It is a voice made out of old fear, and you can learn a new voice. You can become the kind voice you needed. You can become the gentle guide inside your own mind. So let's practice very simply. If the harsh voice says, I'm not good enough, the kind voice can answer, I am learning. If the harsh voice says, I made mistakes, the kind voice can answer, I am human and I can grow. If the harsh voice says, I will never change, the kind voice can answer, change is possible, one small step at a time. You do not have to win a battle in your head. You only have to begin choosing kindness little by little. Here is a simple truth. A thought is like a sentence you repeat, and you are allowed to write a new sentence. Even if the old sentence has been repeating for years, even if the old sentence feels loud, you can still choose a new one. So right now, choose one new sentence. Keep it simple. Keep it gentle. You might choose, I am worthy of love, or I am safe right now, or I can take care of myself, or I deserve good things, or I am allowed to be me. Say your new sentence slowly in your mind, and now say it again, like you are planting a seed, and again. Seeds do not become flowers in 1 minute. They grow in quiet ways, in hidden ways, in patient ways. Your new sentence is a seed. Now you may wonder, but how do I rata ili let go? How do I stop being who I used to be? My dear, you do not have to push yourself into a new life by force. You do not have to fight your way to healing. You can move with softness. And one of the softest, strongest words you can use is this, willing. You do not have to say, I am healed. You do not have to say, I am confident all the time. You do not have to pretend. You can simply say, I am willing to heal. I am willing to change. I am willing to see myself with kinder eyes. Willing is a doorway. It does not demand. It invites. So take a breath in, and as you breathe out, whisper, I am willing. Again, breathe in and breathe out. I am willing to let go of who I thought I had to be. Again, breathe in and breathe out. I am willing to become who I truly am. Now let's look at something tender. Shame and guilt. Shame is the heavy feeling that says something is wrong with me. Guilt is the heavy feeling that says I did something wrong. Sometimes guilt can guide you to make things right. But shame does not guide you. Shame only hurts. Shame only keeps you small. And many people have carried shame for years for things that were never their fault, or they carry shame for coping the only way they knew how, or they carry shame because nobody taught them how to love themselves. My love, I want to say this in a very simple way. You do not heal by hating yourself. You heal by loving yourself. Even if you have made mistakes, you can learn. Even if you have hurt someone, you can grow and choose better. Even if you have hurt yourself, you can stop and begin again. So we are going to loosen shame gently, like untying a knot. Imagine shame is a tight knot in a string. You do not yank it hard. You do not tear it. You take your time. You breathe. You loosen it with patience. So place your hand on your heart again and say, I forgive myself for not knowing what I know now. Say, I forgive myself for trying to survive. Say, I forgive myself for being human. If that feels too big, you can say, I am open to forgiving myself. That is enough. That is a real step. Now, my dear, notice your body. Your body has been listening the whole time. Notice your jaw. Are you clenching? Notice your shoulders. Are they lifted? Notice your belly. Is it tight? Now take a slow breath and let your body get the message. You can soften. Sometimes when the mind starts to forgive, the body breathes easier. Sometimes the body feels warmer. Sometimes tears come. Sometimes nothing happens at all. All of it is okay. Your healing does not have to look a certain way. Now I want to offer you a gentle truth that can bring a lot of peace. You do not have to become someone else to be worthy. You do not have to perform to be loved. Who you are, under the masks, under the fear, under the old habits, is already worthy. Under all of that, there is a real you, a soft you, a brave you, a loving you, a you who wants to live freely. And little by little, we let that true you come forward. So for a moment, imagine you are standing in a safe, quiet place. It might be a garden, a beach, a warm room with soft light. Choose whatever feels good. And in front of you, you see two paths. One path is the old path, the path of old habits, old roles, old stories. It is familiar. You know every stone on that path. You know where it leads. You have walked it many times. The other path is new. It is not scary, but it is unknown. It is the path of being more honest, more gentle, more you. Now here is the important part. You do not have to run onto the new path. You do not have to leap. You can simply turn your body a little toward it. Even turning is a change. Even looking is a change. So in your mind, turn gently toward the new path and say, I am willing to take one step. Now imagine you take one small step. Feel how that step feels in your body. Does it feel lighter? Does it feel scary? Does it feel both? Whatever you feel, say, I can handle this one step. My dear, this is how you become who you are, not by pushing, not by proving, but by choosing again and again, one kind step at a time. And I want to stay with you as you keep walking. So in the next part, we will keep loosening what you are ready to release, and we will build a deep inner safety that lets the real you shine.